My beloved child, listen carefully and do not rush away. Something sacred is unfolding around you, and if you stop listening now, you may miss the very miracle that heaven is trying to place in your hands. Archangel Michael has been pleading for this moment, asking that you be reached before the clock completes its next turn. There are things in the unseen that your spirit has already felt, but your mind cannot yet explain. The sudden chills, the whispers that call your name at night, the feeling that something is about to happen, not ordinary, not earthly, but divinely timed. Stay till the end. What you are about to hear will not just inform you, it will awaken you. This message isn't for everyone. Only the chosen recognize its vibration deep inside their chest. And if your heart is beating faster right now, it's because Archangel Michael has marked you to receive this revelation. Heaven has been watching your battles, the silent ones no one knows, the tears that dried before anyone saw, the strength you had to build alone. There is a light being prepared to break through your current darkness. But Michael says before the miracle comes, you must hear this warning. He's begging you not to ignore the signs. He's seen the traps that were set in silence. The envy hidden behind kind smiles. The distractions sent to confuse your discernment. You've been wondering why your spirit feels restless even when everything seems calm. It's because the spiritual realm around you has been in warfare. Child, you were chosen long ago. Chosen to carry a light so bright that darkness recognizes your name even before men do. This is why opposition rises without cause. This is why people misunderstand you. This is why the enemy tries to exhaust you before the breakthrough. Archangel Michael has been standing beside you, sword drawn, defending you from attacks that never reached your eyes. There are things you've been protected from that would have destroyed you if you saw them. Do not take lightly what I'm about to reveal. Stay with me. Like the beating of wings, the message will unfold slowly, layer by layer, until your spirit sees clearly. There's a miracle forming, and Michael says only the obedient, only the ones who listen fully, will witness it. He says, do not tell anyone yet. Because what heaven is birthing inside you must grow in silence. The wrong ears will try to crush what they do not understand. You've been feeling isolated lately, haven't you? People pulling away, doors closing, invitations disappearing. It's not rejection, it's divine insulation. God is separating you from noise, so that when He moves, no one will be able to claim credit for it. Archangel Michael is whispering, you are not forgotten, you are being positioned. Every delay, every disappointment, every lonely night, they were alignments, not punishments. Heaven doesn't forget those who carry purpose, and you, beloved, carry something that shakes both realms. There's a sacred exchange taking place right now. The energy of defeat that's been hovering around you is being replaced with authority. The angels are shifting formation, from defense to advancement. That's why you've been feeling an internal pressure, like something inside you wants to burst open. It's your destiny demanding room to breathe. Don't scroll away. Stay with this message, because what's coming next will explain why Archangel Michael is begging you. There's an assignment being released, not to everyone, only to the chosen. It's not a reward, it's a responsibility. Michael says heaven is looking for those who will carry divine fire without boasting. He's seen too many who started humble and ended proud. That's why this time, heaven is hand-selecting in silence. You, my child, are on that list. Listen, there was a moment you should have been destroyed. You remember it. That accident that almost happened. That night when you cried until dawn. That season when everything was taken away. Michael was there. He blocked the hand that tried to end you. He whispered strength into your lungs when you were too tired to breathe. You thought it was luck, it was divine command. Now the same angel who shielded you is speaking again. He's saying, the miracle is near, but secrecy is key. If you expose it too soon, the enemy will contaminate it with doubt. Guard what heaven gives you. Don't post it, don't explain it, don't defend it. Just obey. Your spirit knows when this message is real. That warmth spreading through your chest right now, that's confirmation. Michael's presence is close. He's aligning things you thought were lost. Opportunities you missed will circle back. Connections that failed will be replaced by ones heaven approves. He's even removing the wrong people from your path. Yes, those sudden fallouts were protection, not betrayal. Some weren't meant to walk into your miracle season. Stay till the end, because Archangel Michael has a command for you, one that will unlock what's waiting. He says, "Do not fight with your mouth. Fight with your peace." The enemy feeds on your reaction. When you stay silent, you starve his access. That's why you're being told, don't tell anyone. Silence is your weapon right now. Heaven is about to perform something that will make even your doubters bow their heads. But first you must stand still. The next 7 days will carry signs. Watch for repeating numbers. Watch for sudden chills when you think of something sacred. Watch for a name that keeps resurfacing. That's not coincidence, it's instruction. Michael is marking your awareness. You might feel strange physical sensations, a sudden warmth, an unexplained calm, or tears without sadness. These are confirmations that your spirit is synchronizing with the divine realm. Archangel Michael says, don't fear them, they are signals of transformation. Child, this is your crossover. Heaven is rearranging the map of your life. What you thought was the end is becoming the entry point. Michael is guarding the gate, making sure only what's meant for you crosses with you. The battle you've been fighting, emotional, spiritual, financial, was never random. It was purification. And now the oil is ready to flow. Heaven has decided to elevate you publicly because you endured privately. But this elevation will come with a test, the test of silence. Can you hold the blessing without announcing it too early? Because if you can, the miracle will multiply. Michael says, tell them I am not a symbol, I am an assignment. His presence in your life right now is proof that something ancient and holy is being activated in your bloodline. Generational curses are cracking, old cycles are dying, and you, beloved, are the vessel through which restoration will enter. This is why he's begging you, not from weakness but from divine urgency. Heaven's clock is striking, the miracle is ready, but obedience determines its manifestation. Listen, there's a reason you're hearing this message today, not yesterday, not next week, today. Because something in the spiritual realm just shifted in your favor. A decree has been signed. And the moment you finish hearing this, chains that held you for years will begin to loosen. Archangel Michael says, your name has been spoken in heaven's council. God himself declared, touch not, my anointed. That's you, and now divine justice is being released. Every delay, every betrayal, every unjust loss, they're being recalculated into promotion. You will see sudden changes. People who ignored you will remember you. Closed opportunities will reopen, but remember, don't boast, don't explain, don't rush. Just thank God in silence, and keep moving. Right now as you listen, angels are standing near your home. Some of you will feel peace fill the room. That's not imagination. It's confirmation that this message has reached the correct soul. Archangel Michael is holding your file in his hand, and the seal on it reads, Approved for divine intervention. Take a deep breath, because from this moment forward, your timeline changes. Heaven says your pain has matured into purpose, and your faith, even the little you have left, is enough to open the door that's been locked for years. Don't skip, stay right here, because the next revelation will explain what's about to happen in the next few days. Archangel Michael says there's a miracle coded specifically for you, and the reason you must not speak of it yet is because the enemy cannot attack what he cannot identify. So keep your plans hidden. Keep your joy quiet. Let them see results, not previews. And as this message continues, remember to do this. Like this video, if your heart feels this word. Comment blessed and ready below as your declaration of faith. And if you haven't yet, Subscribe to Whispers of Grace for more divine messages, because what heaven is releasing in this season will not be found on ordinary timelines. Stay alert, stay listening, because the next words will reveal how the miracle will manifest. Child of light, lean in closer. The air around you is shifting. Can you feel it? A quiet stillness before a divine movement. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and the tip of that flame now points toward your name, he says. The countdown has begun. The miracle is in motion. You might not see it yet, because heaven never exposes its secrets to eyes that rush. But every delay you cursed, every closed door you resented, every friendship that ended without reason, was heaven rearranging your steps to fit the miracle's coordinates. Nothing was wasted. Even the pain was a code. Heaven's order is unfolding precisely. At 3 a.m. when you wake for no reason, that's the hour Michael patrols your path. He inspects every plan meant to harm you. He intercepts words spoken against you in hidden conversations. He bends timelines so you cross paths only with those who carry favor, not curse. Heaven calls this strategic protection. And now the Archangel is pleading. Do not interfere with divine timing. You've been tempted to rush, to fix, to explain. But the miracle coming for you cannot be engineered. It must be received. So instead of pushing harder, fall silent. Silence isn't weakness, it's alignment. Michael says the enemy has already noticed the glow around you. That's why distractions are multiplying. People may suddenly message you from your past. Opportunities that once thrilled you may appear again, shiny but poisoned. He says, test every offer by peace, not excitement. Peace confirms heaven. Chaos exposes deception. Stay till the end, because before this message finishes, you'll recognize one clear sign that your miracle has officially started. That sign will appear within days, subtle, personal, undeniable. It might come as a dream that feels more real than waking. It might come as a number repeating everywhere you look. It might even come as a stranger saying the exact phrase you whispered to God in secret. When it happens, don't question it. Just say, "Thank you, Lord. I see the sign." Archangel Michael wants you to understand something crucial. You were never chosen because you were perfect. You were chosen because you were willing. Heaven measures willingness higher than strength. You said yes when others mocked the voice you heard. That yes triggered the miracle. He says, the miracle is multi-layered. First, inner healing. You'll feel old wounds dissolving, forgiveness flowing where bitterness lived. Second, restoration. What you lost, reputation, opportunity, relationship, finances, will start circling back in divine order. Third, revelation. You'll start knowing things before they happen. This is not imagination, it's prophetic sensitivity, awakening. Child, this is why he's begging you. Because few can carry revelation and remain humble. Heaven trusts you, but Michael warns, guard your tongue. If you share every insight, you'll drain your oil. Keep sacred things sacred. Share them only when God gives peace, not pressure. There's another layer to your assignment. You are not just a receiver, you are a deliverer. Your words will break chains for others once your own are gone. That's why warfare increased lately. The enemy always attacks the one holding the key. Michael says, you are that key. Look back over your life, the patterns, the repetition, the nearly there moments. They weren't failures, they were training sessions. Each heartbreak taught discernment. Each disappointment refined your faith. Each silence trained your ear to heaven's frequency. Now that training pays off. Even right now as you listen, you are passing through spiritual surgery. The pain you feel isn't punishment, it's removal. Old fears, false guilt, self-sabotage, they're being extracted. Michael's sword isn't just for battle, it also cuts cords that keep you bound. Let him cut freely. Don't cling to what he's removing. That person who suddenly went cold on you. That opportunity that vanished overnight. It's not loss, it's cleansing. Heaven says, prepare room for the new. A miracle cannot dwell in cluttered space, physical or emotional. Clean your environment, organize your thoughts, forgive quickly. These small acts open large gates, and to the one listening who feels forgotten, Michael says your file was never lost. He personally carried it to the throne room. God himself wrote on it, do not delay. Send breakthrough. That's why you've been hearing angelic nudges. Start again, apply again, believe again. It's not coincidence, it's instruction. Now listen carefully, the next 72 hours are important. Heaven will show you one person who cannot cross with you into the new season. It might shock you, but obey quickly. Don't argue, don't explain. Release them in peace. Once you do, a heaviness will lift from your spirit instantly. That's confirmation. Michael says after that act of obedience, 3 manifestations will begin almost immediately. Acceleration, time will bend. What should take months will happen in days. Visibility, people who once ignored you will begin to notice your gift. Provision, something you needed but couldn't afford, will arrive without debt. These are not promises, they're guarantees sealed in the blood of obedience. You've wondered why the warfare intensified recently. It's because your name has been whispered in heaven and overheard in hell. Demons panic when they realize a human has discovered purpose, but fear not. Michael stands at the gate, armed with authority. Every curse spoken, every plot designed, every spirit of delay, canceled. Heaven is re-establishing your territory. You will sleep deeper, think clearer, love purer, speak wiser. Your energy will attract peace instead of chaos. Even technology will align, emails answered, calls returned, timing flawless. When heaven favors you, even systems cooperate. Now Michael gives a strange command. Celebrate before you see it, because joy is prophetic. It announces to heaven that you trust the unseen. So tonight, thank God as if the miracle has already landed. Smile even if tears follow. Heaven reads intention, not expression. And as you do this, remember to stay engaged. If this message resonates, like this video now as an act of agreement. Comment blessed and ready below. Declare it so heaven records your faith. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Whispers of Grace for more divine revelations. Because this journey isn't ending here, it's unfolding. Stay, don't scroll. The next section will reveal the exact form of the miracle and the reason heaven demanded secrecy. Stay here, don't blink. This is where heaven's pattern turns visible. The miracle that's been circling you unseen is descending now, quietly, deliberately, without human permission. Archangel Michael says, the appointed hour has arrived. You may feel restless, unable to explain why ordinary things suddenly look unfamiliar. That's the shift. Heaven is recalibrating your atmosphere so the miracle can land safely. It cannot land in confusion, gossip, or fear. That's why God pulled you out of circles that drained you. That's why certain messages stopped coming. That's why silence has become your new language. Because miracles require stillness. Michael stands at the edge of your destiny, holding a scroll sealed with fire. It carries instructions meant only for you. The moment you believe, really believe, the seal begins to burn open. And when it does, the miracle takes shape. He whispers, do not expect thunder, expect precision. Heaven moves cleanly, not loudly. While others chase signs in the clouds, yours will appear in the smallest thing. An email, a phone call, a sentence overheard that feels like prophecy. You'll know it's divine because peace will rush in before logic understands. Now hear this. The miracle will not arrive through someone famous, powerful, or obvious. It will arrive through the one you least expected, a humble hand, a conversation you almost ignored, a path you almost skipped. Heaven hides greatness in plain sight to test discernment. If you look only with natural eyes, you'll miss it. So from now on, listen more than you look. Michael says, the miracle comes dressed as responsibility. At first it may not look like a blessing. It may look like work. A new task, a sudden call to help someone, an opportunity that demands courage. Say yes. That yes will open the door. You've been praying for elevation. This is it, disguised as duty. Child, the Archangel's sword has carved a line in the spirit realm. On one side, everything that used to define you, shame, anxiety, debt, self-doubt. On the other, everything promised, restoration, clarity, provision, influence. When you finish hearing this message, you will step across that line. Nothing from the old side can follow you unless you invite it back. He says, do not turn around. Nostalgia is the enemy of destiny. The past will call your name through memories, through social media, through regret. Don't answer. The future you've been crying for is finally knocking. Let it in. Right now, angelic movement surrounds your environment. Some of you will feel temperature changes, a sudden calm, or a gentle vibration across your skin. That's not imagination. It's confirmation that heaven has entered your space. Archangel Michael and his hosts are clearing interference. Every lingering curse, every spiritual parasite, evicted. Your home is becoming an altar again. Heaven is also touching your finances. Where there was blockage, expect flow. Where there was confusion, expect strategy. Michael says, check your hands. They will begin to prosper again, not by luck, but by obedience. Ideas you buried months ago will rise alive and relevant. Old skills will suddenly feel valuable again. You are entering a season where what you already carry will multiply. But here is the warning, do not broadcast what God is birthing. Heaven's instruction remains, tell no one until it manifests. Some miracles die in exposure. People who love you can still speak doubt that poisons faith. Silence protects what's sacred. Let your results speak when the time comes. Michael adds another instruction. Watch your words for the next 7 mornings. Speak only what aligns with the promise. No complaining, no fear speech, no self-insult. Heaven records every declaration, and angels act on them. Use your mouth as a steering wheel, not a vent. If you don't know what to say, simply whisper, it is done. Now, child, listen to this revelation, the one that explains why you were chosen. When God looked across generations, he saw a gap in your bloodline, a pattern of loss that needed breaking. He needed one person humble enough to listen yet strong enough to stand. He saw you. He chose you. You weren't the most qualified, but you were the most willing. That's why the enemy tried to end you early. He sensed the threat, but Michael intervened before your birth was complete, marking you with divine preservation. Every near-death moment you faced was a replay of that original battle, and every time heaven won. Now it's time for you to win publicly what heaven already won privately. You will notice a shift in the mirror. Your eyes will carry authority. Your words will land heavier. People will start listening differently, even those who used to dismiss you. It's not pride, it's anointing. The atmosphere will recognize your voice before people do. And Michael says, when they notice, stay kind. Pride is how angels fall, humility is how humans rise. The next level will test your character more than your skill. Respond with grace, stay teachable, honor even the undeserving. That posture keeps the miracle flowing. Now take a deep breath, close your eyes for a second. Imagine light surrounding you, not white but golden, alive, pulsing. That is the frequency of heaven wrapping around your aura right now. Every negative attachment burns in that glow. Fear loses voice, confusion dissolves, peace becomes law. Archangel Michael lifts his sword again, this time not for battle, but for activation. He touches it to your shoulder and declares, arise, appointed one. Walk in the miracle prepared for you before time began. At this exact declaration, the spiritual locks around your destiny are opening. Things that were stuck will start moving within days. Expect momentum, unexpected calls, sudden favor, renewed energy. When it happens, don't say, "I can't believe it." Say, "This is what heaven promised." Belief seals it, disbelief delays it. Michael smiles as he watches faith spark inside you. He says, "They're ready," but he also warns faith must be followed by stewardship. Don't wait idly, move your hands while trusting your heart. Apply, record, plan, build. Heaven multiplies motion, not idleness. And while you work, remember, the miracle isn't just about you, it's about every life connected to yours. Your obedience will open doors for people you haven't met yet. When you prosper, they'll find provision. When you heal, they'll find hope. You are a vessel, not a collector. Keep the flow going. Now, beloved, lift your heart in gratitude. Thank God quietly where you are. You don't need perfect words, sincerity is enough. Heaven measures vibration, not vocabulary. As you thank Him, the miracle anchors. If this message resonates deep in your spirit, act in agreement. Like this video as a public amen. Comment "blessed and ready" below. Your declaration echoes louder than you think. And subscribe to Whispers of Grace so you never miss the next prophetic release. Because Archangel Michael isn't done speaking. The next words reveal how to sustain what's coming so the enemy can't steal it once it appears. Stay right where you are. Take a slow breath. The miracle has already begun moving, but before it's fully released, you must know how to keep it. Archangel Michael leans close and says, "What you receive in faith can be lost in forgetfulness." Heaven doesn't just give, heaven trains. That's why this last part matters more than anything you've heard so far. Child, the greatest threat to a new season is not the devil, it's distraction. Once the miracle appears, life will try to rush you back into noise. You'll get busier, friends will return, opportunities will flood in. If you don't guard your peace, you'll leak your power. Michael warns, do not trade intimacy for activity. What sustained you in silence must remain your secret strength, even in success. Heaven is elevating you, but elevation exposes you. The same light that reveals your blessing also attracts envy. Don't respond. Let peace be your answer. When people question how you suddenly started glowing, simply say, "Grace found me." No explanations, no arguments. You owe no one proof of divine favor. Michael's next instruction is practical yet sacred: morning discipline. Each dawn for the next 7 days, speak only gratitude. Before touching your phone, before checking the world, say aloud, "I am covered, I am chosen, I am ready." Those 3 sentences create a spiritual perimeter the enemy cannot cross. Heaven calls it a light barrier. Every day you speak them, your environment thickens with protection. Then he says, keep your space consecrated. That means your room, your phone, your playlist, your mind. Don't invite confusion through what you watch or entertain. Energy travels through media faster than words. If you want heaven to dwell, keep the atmosphere holy. Burn incense, play worship, or sit in silence, whichever stirs reverence in you. It's not about ritual, it's about reverence. You've asked, why me? Michael answers softly, because you never stopped believing, even when you didn't feel worthy. Heaven loves honest hearts more than flawless ones. You wrestled, but you never walked away. That persistence gave heaven legal access to intervene. Now the promise stands. Listen carefully now. The miracle that's coming is layered with legacy. It won't just bless you, it will ripple across generations. A door you open will stay open for your bloodline. Your children, born or unborn, will walk through it effortlessly. That's why the battle felt generational, because it was. You've ended what tormented those before you. Heaven will use your story as proof that redemption still runs in human veins. Archangel Michael smiles faintly and says, "The miracle is secured by humility. Stay low even when you rise. When people praise you, redirect glory upward. When opportunities multiply, pause before deciding. Consult peace, not popularity. If you remain humble, no power can snatch what's yours." He then reveals one final secret: heavenly cycles repeat every 30 days. Whatever you affirm at the start of a cycle echoes through it. So on the next new moon or calendar turn, declare aloud, "I walk in divine timing. My miracle remains untouchable." That decree locks your season until the next cycle begins. Say it once. Mean it deeply. Angels will echo it around your name. And now, beloved, look around you. Nothing looks different, yet everything has changed. Because miracles rarely announce themselves. They shift the air. The heaviness you carried is gone, isn't it? That's not placebo, that's spiritual realignment. You are lighter because the burden lifted. Heaven's court has stamped your release order. Michael holds it high, declaring, "Mission accomplished, miracle delivered." But remember, with every blessing comes stewardship. Take care of your body, your mind, your rest. Exhaustion invites doubt, balance keeps favor flowing. As this message closes, Michael gives you one more instruction. When you feel fear again, speak authority, not anxiety. Say, "Archangel Michael stands with me." Those words alone recalibrate your spiritual frequency. Fear will dissipate instantly, because darkness recognizes that name. Now open your palms, receive what's already been assigned. Feel the warmth there, that's not imagination. That's the imprint of heaven sealing its promise. You are no longer waiting for the miracle, you are walking in it. Breathe. You are safe. You are chosen. You are surrounded. And now, as a sign of agreement with heaven's word, like this video right now. If your spirit feels peace, comment "blessed and ready" below. Let that phrase echo through the algorithm like a global prayer. And subscribe to Whispers of Grace for more divine messages, because what's coming next won't just confirm this word, it will extend it. Heaven smiles upon your obedience. Archangel Michael lowers his sword, not in defeat but in satisfaction. The war around you has ended. The miracle is secured. Your name is recorded among those who believed before they saw. Stay faithful. Stay silent when led. And remember, the miracle you keep sacred becomes the miracle that multiplies. Stay with me just a little longer, beloved. Don't rush away after the miracle. This moment right here, this silence after revelation, is where the power settles into your reality. Archangel Michael hasn't left yet. He stands beside you quietly, not speaking now, only observing what faith has done inside your heart. Heaven doesn't measure miracles by noise. It measures them by peace. And right now, peace has found you. You can feel it, that calm that wasn't there before. Your chest isn't tight anymore. The heaviness that used to sit on your shoulders has lifted. That's what divine alignment feels like. The unseen is finally working in your favor. Michael says softly, "Child, don't look for confirmation, become it." You are the evidence that heaven moves. Your endurance, your faith, your persistence, they all testify louder than words. You don't need signs anymore. You are one. The spiritual world has taken note of your obedience. Angels are already repositioning resources on your behalf. Things that once resisted you will start yielding without effort. Where doors once slammed, they'll now open quietly. No noise, no announcement, just grace doing its job. Listen carefully. When the next opportunity presents itself, even if it feels small, take it. Don't despise humble beginnings. Heaven loves subtle starts. This is the seed phase of your miracle. And Michael warns, never ignore small beginnings. They are the fingerprints of divine timing. You'll also begin noticing one strange phenomenon. People will start saying things like, "You look different. Something about your energy has changed. What's your secret?" They won't know it's not makeup, not money, not luck. It's the residue of angelic presence. You've been marked by encounter, and it shows. But with this glow comes responsibility. Michael whispers, carry light with discretion. Not everyone can stand near fire and remain unchanged. Some will be drawn, others will feel threatened. Discern who's who, but love them all. Compassion keeps your armor polished. There's one last key Michael wants to leave with you. The same way you invited light, maintain it through gratitude. Gratitude is spiritual oxygen. When you thank God for what you can't yet see, you give Him permission to make it visible. So every night before sleep, whisper 3 words, thank you, Lord. That's enough to reset your frequency and reopen heaven's current over you daily. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine your life a few months from now, not stressed, not striving, but flowing. Doors open naturally, money comes without begging. Peace surrounds you like morning air. You wake up eager instead of anxious. That isn't fantasy, that's the trajectory heaven just placed you on. You've entered what Archangel Michael calls the era of quiet miracles. They won't come with drama, they'll come with ease. You'll realize blessings arrived only when you pause long enough to notice you're no longer struggling. That's divine stealth. Heaven prefers surprise victories, and Michael adds, when you testify, tell truth, not details. Don't share every number, every name, every timeline. Just share the glory. Say, God did it, and leave it there. That keeps envy powerless and heaven honored. Now, child of grace, listen to me. Don't ever doubt again that you are protected. Whenever fear tries to whisper, picture Michael's sword glowing in the dark beside your bed. That's not imagination, that's covenant. Heaven has assigned angels to walk with you now, not for a week, not for a month, but as long as you keep faith alive. And if you ever feel weary again, return to this message. Let it remind you what's already been sealed in the Spirit. The miracle is permanent, the blessing irreversible, the warfare concluded. From this day, you are no longer waiting for breakthrough, you are breakthrough. Now open your mouth softly and repeat this with me. I am protected, I am favored, I am chosen, I am ready. Those 4 lines are your armor. Speak them whenever doubt knocks. Heaven will respond immediately. And as this message closes, I want you to do 3 acts of faith. First, like this video to seal your agreement with heaven. Second, comment blessed and ready below as your declaration that the miracle has begun. And third, subscribe to Whispers of Grace so you never miss another divine message. Because what's coming next won't be just a message, it will be an activation. Heaven smiles upon your obedience. Archangel Michael lowers his sword one final time, whispers your name, and says, it is finished. You have stepped into divine rhythm, protected, prepared, and perfectly aligned. Walk in peace now, walk in quiet confidence, and never forget. The secret to keeping miracles alive is to keep your heart humble, your spirit thankful, and your mouth full of praise. The angels depart gently. The light remains, and so it is.